Also, tribe, friends, and family, to Girl 144 Priestess messages. I'm here for an ancestral message today. Today is Halloween. It is Samhain, so it's a beautiful day to connect with your ancestors, to connect with your spirit guides, to connect with those that came before you that hold so much wisdom, so much love. It's a day to hold space for remembrance, for honor, for gratitude, and for thanks and remembrance. So we're going to be starting off with an ancestral reading today. So feel free to take what resonates, leave what doesn't for the next person. Just a reminder that the entire website is 15 to 25% off. So if you're interested in a personal reading, Akashic Records session, a dive into your soul purpose and past lives, a one-on-one session, or anything else, check out the box below. It has my website and my email. We do have a new sacred sexuality program as well, one-on-one. Feel free to check that out. And December 10th to the 12th, we're going to be holding the Return to Self Sacred Ceremony and Retreat in Florida on December 10th to the 12th. So if that calls to you, it's going to be 2 days of sacred medicine, 2 days of ceremony, of integration practice, of conscious movement, and of spending time with Soul Tribe. So if you're looking for the sacred space, if you're looking for the deep healing, if you're looking for the Soul Tribe gathering, feel free to join us in December in Florida. There's only 6 spots available, and a few of them are already taken. So if that calls to you, feel free to either check out the website or email me in the box below for more information. Divine Mother, Divine Father, what is the highest truth, the highest love, and the highest healing it is that the ancestors of the collective's highest good want them to know today for their highest good and the highest good of all spiritual beings? It did not fall face up, so I won't take it. Feeling like a lot of power already in this reading. It is Halloween, so the energy is very intense today. Mercury retrograde. We'll be grabbing 2 cards from this deck. It is the Ancestral deck. Tune in and connect. Nonverbal communication, intuition, messages. For some of you, this feels like someone who's kind of like wondering, like, how are they speaking to me? You have answered the call on the bottom of the deck. Explore, travel, and live. Your ancestors are guiding you. They're guiding you to your soul calling. They're guiding you to your soul purpose. And they're actually preparing you for you to live in that. For some of you, there will be traveling. It's either you're going to be moving or you're just going to be traveling. So it's going to be either one. But your ancestors, what you don't see is like everything that's going on here, the physical preparation, the spiritual preparation, the emotional preparation, all of it has been for you to answer that call. You have tune in and connect, nonverbal communication, intuition, messages. All right. There is definitely some sort of like grandfather spirit here. Feels like tribe that like lived off of the land. This could be an ancestor again, like, yeah, they have so much knowledge of the land. It feels like there wasn't like much of like patriarchal society. I don't even see like built homes. It's more of like ancestors that knew how to live off of the land. They could be trying to connect with you at this time. However, for some of you, trust in the nonverbal communication from your ancestors. You know, they're sending you dreams, synchronicities. And some of your intuition is your ancestors speaking to you, so that they're guiding you. However, they're guiding you in a little bit of subtle ways, and that's what comes through with this card, is they're guiding you subtly, you know, so to pay closer attention maybe to those little things, because that is your ancestors guiding you. You know, even when it comes to intuition, sometimes, you know, I've seen people ask like, well, do I have an intuition? And they'll tell me a story where it was clearly their intuition leading them to do something, you know. So for some of you, listen to the inner voice guiding you, you know, and just pay attention to how it leads you, you know. There's some sort of trusting in your intuition more in the next upcoming 6 months or so. And this month is really activating your trust in your spirit guides and your ancestors. It feels like someone who's really ready to answer that call or getting prepared to answer that call. And so this season, you're going to be owning more of like the shaman in you, the witch in you, the goddess, the god in you, the sage in you, whatever that is for you, the oracle in you. And you're being prepared because you do have respect to your physical body. You're being prepared even physically to embark on this new journey. This is a journey within your own self. For some of you, it's also a journey without. I do see traveling or guiding you somewhere. For some of you, you will be going to where your ancestors were physically, 333. And you're going to be going to lands, whatever it is, islands or lands. I do see an island, but you're going to be going to where your ancestors are originally from. And there's going to be some sort of land healing, you know, and like, for example, you might be, like, say I'm Puerto Rican, right? And so I'm just going to give an example. Like Morocco comes to mind right away for some reason. Like say for, like I'm Puerto Rican. You might go to a land that like you don't usually resonate with, or you don't really know too much about, but you're being led there because that's where your ancestors are from. That's where your past lives were lived. So there's a lot of energy here of ancestors and past lives. And you're going to be sent, whether it be physically places or energetically, you're going to be sent there for activation, and to also answer some sort of calling and to finish, you know, well, again, like our ancestors, they've done it before and they do guide and lead us, but we are the new ancestors. And so your ancestors I want to make it known that you are creating the new paradigm for 33. You're creating the new ancestor. And so to remember that as you honor them, you do have respect your physical body, detox, rejuvenate, and relax. All right. You could be called to detox your body right now. Could be physically. And by physically, I mean like things that you ingest. I'm seeing more of like the ingesting. But I'm also seeing like a sweat lodge. So some of you can resonate as like a sweat lodge. Maybe like you have one of your own, or like you're going to one. But I'm seeing sweat lodge. Okay, in general, however it resonates with you, you are being guided to detox right now. And this physical detox it is that you're going through, it's clearing out old energy that doesn't resonate with you, and the ancestors are helping you with that. For some of you, if you get sick during Scorpio season, that is your detox. You have abundance that just flew out. You're making room. Anything going on with your physical body right now is a detox. Whether you're being led on one or whether it comes upon you through, again, like I see a lot of people, like some people getting sick in Scorpio season, and it's more of a physical detox that's happening naturally for you. So just know that that's what's happening. Can I have 2 cards for this reading, for this ancestral reading? You're being so guided and assisted. That was almost twin flames. It did not come out upright. So I won't take it. I have angelic assistance, divine guidance, and loving support. And that's on top of tune in and connect. Whether it be today or another day, make more time alone or make more time in silence, which it's not always easy. Like I'm a single mom too, so I know it's like there's only but so much time, right? And you don't always have time alone. Even if it's creating 5 minutes a day, connecting more, tuning in, tuning out of everything else and connecting more. There's some sort of like importance or like focus here on like simplistic living. So you could be called to kind of return to like simple or sacred living, in which sacred living doesn't have to be simple. It could be either one of the two. You have divine feminine here, all right? So you're coming into your divine feminine, masculine energy. You have duality, many meanings, misunderstandings, all right? So there is some sort of duality. It is that you're clearing out. Again, Scorpio season, there's a lot of clearing right now. We have Mars retrograde that just started today, okay? So what's coming up is some sort of conflict, whether it's within or without. You know, you're clearing conflict right now. You're clearing a lot of misunderstanding. This Mars in retrograde is going to feel like a Mercury retrograde because it's in Gemini. So it's going to feel like a Mercury retrograde. But you are coming into your divine or sacred feminine masculine power, number 7, which is a number of mastery, magnetic receptive power, being open and ready to receive. And there is some sort of repetition of trusting the guidance and following the guidance, making time to even hear it. I do feel like for some people, you're coming into your spiritual journey or like just owning it on another level, going to the next level, whatever that is for you, the next level where you're just owning all of it. And that's what this feels like. It's like guiding you to the next level, answering the call. beautiful energy. Yep, the green man, rising, energy surge, and fertility. Number 9. Over here, you have number 6, 7, and 9. Bottom of the deck is the unknown, mysteries, and the wonders, the secret. So we have the masculine and the feminine. We have the green man, which is the masculine energy. It's a very fertile energy. It's also like a kundalini rising, which is happening right now as well, collective-wise. But with this card over here of the unknown and the secrets, right now is also a lot of time of the unknown. It's a lot of time of the void, right? A Scorpio season, it's a time to surrender to the unknown, to surrender to what is. You know, they say that Scorpio season, or even Halloween, is like dark, right? And the darkness is really just the vast that people don't know, you know, and so we resort to fear because there's just so much there that we don't know, we don't see. And you could be coming out of that. So you could have been in a void. You could have been in the womb. You could have been in a transformational phase, and you're coming out of that, slipping out of that, and coming into the green man, rising, energy surge, and fertility, right? You're really stepping into your power over here. Your ancestors are really helping you, all right? It's like in other lifetimes, your ancestors could have made certain mistakes. We're going to grab one more card before we grab the tarot. Your ancestors, and that's just what's coming out, is like doing things differently. And I don't want to use the words doing things the right way, you know, because there are no mistakes, but you're doing things, I would say, higher. It's higher vibrational. You're bringing a higher vibration to your ancestral line, all right? Look at that. Each lifetime, we have that opportunity to raise the vibration of our ancestral line, and that's exactly what you're doing. Right over here, we have fast track to ascension. All right, raising the vibration very quickly, you know, and in general right now, like if you've reincarnated as a human right here, right now, this is the time of the quickening. Time, I have chills too. Time is literally speeding up. And it could feel a little bit different. Sometimes it can feel like time is very quick. Sometimes it could feel like, wow, it's only been 1 hour, but this felt like 3 hours. You have the chosen one here as well, okay? And then I got a message, the chosen one. All right, you are that person in your ancestral line that raises the vibration. You are that person. Because it's like in other lifetimes, or the ancestors, they've remembered more and more each time, right? And your ancestral line, your ancestors have so much wisdom for you, but there is an importance of like, yeah, but you're raising that. You're taking what we know and you're raising that in vibration or in consciousness. And you're really being led in doing that. I do have trust, ask, listen, and allow. Okay, there's a heavy message here of like actually asking them, asking your ancestors, listening and allowing. You have tune in and connect, and then divine loving assistance. For some people, maybe you might just start, you know, you might just be starting to explore your ancestral line, your spirit guides. You know, ask, listen, and allow. There's a very heavy importance here of making time. It could be every day, could be a few times a week, to just sit in silence or to sit in a meditative state and to just ask, to listen, and to allow for that transmission, to allow for that deeper understanding of whatever it is that you're asking. They want you to communicate more with them and know that they're guiding you. I'm going to be grabbing these cards over here. You have the Seven of Wands. That was the only thing upright, which is a lot of very protective energies. You're very, very protected. And I almost see like a scroll. There's like some like sort of scroll. It could be just symbolic, but there's some sort of like scroll that's like very protected as well, whatever that is. Let's see what this says. I have 3 of Cups, 10 of Coins, Ace of Coins, 9 of Coins, 2 of Cups. There's so much abundance and joy in your ancestral line. Wherever you come from, it's like maybe you're someone, maybe you come from abundance, maybe you don't. But your ancestors are leading you to your greatest joy and abundance. This is what your ancestors have been fighting for. And what I'm getting is like some energies where it's like they didn't even know they were fighting for that. You have so much wisdom in your ancestral line when you are just open and receptive to receiving it. The ancestors really recognize what's coming in for you. You have the Four of Cups and the Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. All right, so behind you is such a force to be reckoned with. You are such a force to be reckoned with, and there's so much that backs you up in the spiritual realms. There's so much coming in for you this lifetime, like it's meant to be, as long as you are open and receptive to it. This is here for you. This is a lot of high vibrational energy. Ten of Pentacles is generational wealth, you know, and so in your ancestral line, you are next in line for that generational wealth. You know, oftentimes people think of just money, which it is in some sense money as well. But you are the next one in your ancestral line. Again, look at the chosen one, fast track to ascension, divine feminine. You are embodying the divine feminine and masculine, sacred feminine and masculine in its purest form. Again, raising the vibration of your ancestral line, which is bringing in this abundance. You do have Green Man, rising surge, energy surge, and fertility. I always see the Green Man as abundance as well. You're here to live your joy. Okay, you're here to live your joy. You know, ancestors, they have so much wisdom and so many of them went through so much struggle to acquire that wisdom. You know, and it's remembering that you don't have to struggle All right, there's just some sort of like releasing of pain in that cycle of pain, because that's what I'm feeling here too. I don't see any pain here. But I feel like the ancestors' pain of how they've acquired wisdom, right? So knowing that you're so worthy of this birthright of yours. This is your birthright, to be happy and to be successful. Ten of Pentacles, Three of Cups. Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. Like there's so much abundance that surrounds you. 33 seconds. And your ancestors are guiding you towards that. So when it comes to abundance in your life, go within. Your abundance is truly within. Four of Cups, it is coming forward to you. And your ancestors are guiding you there with the Magician over here. Is clarifying that. All right, your abundance comes with your healing. Comes with the clearing. Your abundance is going to come as you answer the call. Living in your soul's purpose, whatever that is. Why do we have the Ten of Pentacles here? Look at that. Four of Cups again, which was on the bottom of the deck. Why? Because this is coming in for you. There's some need to not focus on the pain. You have, with the Four of Cups, it's usually someone who has 3 cups in front of them. And they're just kind of like reflecting on those 3 cups, not seeing the cup that's behind them. For some people, when it comes to the ancestors, they're bringing the energy of focusing on the future. Sometimes with the ancestors, I feel like people can like get caught up with living in the past and staying there. And your ancestors are bringing this energy that like, no, you bring it in higher. Like, yes, we have the wisdom because of what we've done and the skills it is that we've acquired in our own remembrance, which is higher vibrational in the other realms. But your ancestors want you to know what's coming in for you. Don't focus just on the pain in the past of your ancestral line. Like, do the work to be the embodied new ancestor, to be the embodied ancestor, ascended master, whatever it is. Why the Four of Cups with the Ten of Pentacles? Yeah. For some people, you have Five of Cups, you have the Page of Swords over here. Bottom of the deck is King of Wands, all right? So there is some sort of energy here, Pisces. Oh, I almost said Pisces. Could be Pisces, but this is an ancestral message just for everyone. We're going to be doing a Pisces reading. So collective. There's a focus on the past, and that past, you focusing on the past, is taking more attention away from your future and from what's coming in for you. There is a need to let go of the past. For some of you, you had a lot of pain. Five of Cups, melancholy, depression in your ancestral line, blockages of these abundance, because those are all blockages of abundance. You don't need to focus on that. Honor it and raise the vibration of it. All right? Your 10 of Pentacles, that abundance comes as you heal that ancestral pain. You heal those ancestral curses, the ancestral depression, whatever it is. You healing it. Why the Ace of Pentacles with the 9 of Pentacles? 10 of Cups. Queen of Wands. This is beautiful energy from your ancestors. So you have 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. Everything is here for you. Your ultimate fulfillment. And really, because we see the Ace of Pentacles and the 9 of Coins, which is a very stable, abundant energy, and also a stable foundation that comes as you are living your soul fulfillment. 10 of Cups is your soul fulfillment, what makes you happy. The ancestors are coming out so strong here of being happy. Sacred living. And it's funny that we talked about the word simple earlier, because the word simple is coming again. And so for some of you, you're asked to simplify your life. And it feels like as you simplify your life, as you detox your life, there just seems to come some sort of joy from that. And I'm thinking of the song Simple Blessings. I think it's by Master KG. Simple Blessings. Simple Blessings. You have answered the call on the bottom of this deck. All right. There's just some focus too on the heart space. 2 of Swords. Page of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. 9 of Swords. You're making yourself more available to information and to be open and ready to receive information. You do have there to tune in and connect. From 3 different decks, they're asking you to ask them for advice to trust. I do feel like the ancestors come to you from outside sources as well. It could be people, it could be tarot readings, it could be like random books that you find. Maybe not all of you connected with your roots. 2 of Swords with the Page of Cups as she's studying. I'm getting like being a student. Right? And you have Knight of Pentacles. So maybe for some of you, you've been studying like your ancestral line. They want to recognize that. Or there's some sort of like focus or importance on like your study, being a student. Maybe not all of you were born into like rituals or like ceremony, or like maybe, I get it, like religious programming, or just like not being exposed to it this lifetime. You know, some of you have really learned more about your ancestral line and your personal, your gifts, your soul. What I'm getting is like your soul, your gifts, your purpose, by reading books. Heavy student energy here. So there's some sort of like rediscovering of your ancestral line. There's some sort of rediscovering of your power through books, through study, through unblinding yourself and taking off the blindfold. For some of you, you had some sort of like religious programming that maybe kept you away from some of your ancestors' knowledge or wisdom. Maybe some of you could have avoided the ancestors altogether at one point, because there are some religions that say not to even connect with them. All right, so there's some sort of focus here that like you're studying, or you're a student, and they're making note of that. You could be for some time, or you could be just like on some sort of journey that your ancestors are leading you on. If you've entered some sort of new study, some sort of new journey that requires getting to know more of yourself, getting to know more of the ritual, the ceremony, the land, they're acknowledging that, and that's what the word is, acknowledging. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here? 3 of Pentacles, knowing that it will take work. You have 8 of Swords, okay? So knowing that it will take work, and they recognize that you're doing that work to clear. Knight of Coins is the slowest moving knight in the deck. So it will take time, knowing that it's going to take time, but also acknowledging that you're doing the work. 8 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. I always see the 8 of Swords as blockages, all right? So you're removing those blockages and those layers, which is something that not even all of the ancestors were able to do, but they're guiding you in doing that. All right. Why do we have the Two of Cups here? Why do we have the Two of Cups here? You have danger, you have death, you have Six of Cups. Okay, so there's definitely some sort of focus as well on connections around you. You have danger and you have death. Today is the Day of the Dead. The danger card. Now, the danger card actually doesn't mean something bad. I'm going to get you the exact. Danger. Security, economic stability. For some of you, there's some sort of pattern with economic stability in your ancestors. They're really guiding you towards this. The Death card is also Scorpio. We're in Scorpio season. This is helping you find that power inside of you and transmuting it and turning it into abundance. Scorpio season, I think you'll be learning more about your ancestral line, money and abundance, which is a focus anyway this season. We have the South Node in Scorpio as well, which is patriarchy systems. Again, purging out the old. It does say la muerte, okay? 444, okay? For those of you that resonate with that. I'm getting inheritance. This could be physical inheritance, or it's like an energetic inheritance from your ancestors. But it's also this inheritance inside of you. This abundance. There's so much abundance inside of you. Again, it's not just about money. Abundance is a consciousness. It's inside of you. And it's found as you go deep within yourself. Look at the danger card over here. There's like a man in these diamonds, but is with these snakes, right? As you go deep within all of your fears, death, la muerte, and danger. As you go deep within your own shadows, you find these diamonds, this abundance. All right, your shadow work is also going to bring you some of your greatest abundance. Your healing is going to bring you some of the greatest abundance, because it's those energetic blockages, emotional blockages, or trauma blockages from this lifetime, other lifetimes, or your ancestors that's in the way of that abundance. Okay, so for some people, like, knowing that it will take time, right? Because it's the alignment of your mind, body, and soul. There's definitely, I want to look more into like the connections, you know, and why this is here too. For some of you, there's a past loved one that you connect to specifically. Why danger in the Death card? Why danger in the Death card? Six of Pentacles. So there's someone that passed away, maybe specifically over here, that taught you a lot. I'm getting like a masculine energy, King of Pentacles. Could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. Could just be someone who was very abundant. Okay, this is an ancestor from your line, and they have a lot of knowledge and wisdom on abundance. This is someone in your ancestral line that you may not even know. This actually can go very far back. They have a lot of wisdom. I just heard like Emperor. Like, they have a lot of wisdom when it comes to abundance and how things work. Ace of Wands over here. They're guiding you, Knight of Wands, to follow your passions and how to follow them. This is an ancestor of yours. Again, I'm getting more masculine energy. It doesn't have to be, but it's a King of Pentacles. This ancestor is a past loved one. This was someone who was actually physically living, and but they also lived a life of abundance as well, and you may not have experienced this type of abundance in this lifetime just yet, but they're really leading you as to how to get this abundance, as to how to live that abundant life, which again, abundance is just consciousness. It feels like this ancestor was very rich. They did have a lot of money or wealth. Not all of it was from a higher consciousness, but it feels like in the other realms, this ancestor, this past loved ones, it's like whatever life they were living, that rich life or that lavish or wealthy life, it's transmuted a little bit higher since they're an ancestor in the other realms. So it's like they have more They are bringing some sort of acknowledgement that passed away. They understand money, or they understand life more than when they were alive. And this is what's coming forward from this past loved one or ancestor. All right, but they're leading you of how to create your passion into purpose. You do have the card over here underneath the deck, answer the call. You have chosen one, fast track to ascension. Ask your ancestors and your guides of how to lead you. All right, what's coming out here is like you can have that full happy life, right? And they're trying to show you the best ways to go about that, the best ways to do that, which it's really cultivated from inside of you. So there is a lot of ancestral healing here. And there's a focus on that too, of like your healing and focusing on the future instead of the past. But there's also like an ancestor in your ancestral line or past loved one that had a lot of knowledge and wisdom on like power and money, but how to use that for the good, how to use that for all spiritual beings. This abundance. We'll grab 2 more cards. Tell me more about this King of Pentacles, Divine Mother, Divine Father. You have the Magician over here at the bottom of the deck. You have the Chariot, and you have the 3 of Swords. Chariot's Cancer energy, then you have the 3 of Swords, which is someone that's in a coffin. Okay. For not all of you, but for some of you, this person was killed. That's not going to be for everyone, but for some of you, this person was killed. That's just something that's coming through right now. Why do we have the Chariot with the 3 of Swords? The Magician again. Okay. And the Queen of Coins. You have the Magician on the bottom of this deck, and now the Magician's coming out again. Why the Magician? 5 of Coins. 2 of Coins. Balancing karma. 111 on the clock. For some people, they're like bringing some sort of like something that you're clearing from your ancestral line. It feels like you have the Magician with the 5 of Coins. Not only are you embodying also the Magician this lifetime, you know, you're embodying the Magician to create something, right? And to bring abundance to where there is lack. Where there is pain, you bring love. Where there is darkness, you bring light. 144. There is some sort of, like you are embodying the Magician, right? It feels like not everyone in like your ancestral line or like past loved ones were able to fully embody the Magician. You're reclaiming your power. I'm getting like in other lifetimes or like your past loved ones or ancestors in their lifetimes encountered some sort of like martyrness, death. Again, there's a lot of pain and like there's a lot of pain here. And you're owning your power. And so what used to affect your ancestors doesn't affect you now. That could be lack. It could be poverty. It could be magicians on the darker end, the black magicians, right? because there is some sort of energy here of like me going back into time, like Renaissance kind of time. And I especially with this King of Pentacles, doesn't have to be this King of Pentacles. This is a general collective reading. So please just take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't for the next person. I'm getting the energy of like an ancestor or past loved one that was like powerful. Like, you know, they could have been some sort of authority figure, like a king, a queen, a president, like whatever it is. And it feels like in other lifetimes, like negative forces, black magicians or stuff like that, or just like in general, there feels like some sort of like death energy, or like their life could have been more influenced than say black magic, 333 as I say that, than you. And so that's just something that is coming up in this ancestral reading, is to for some of you, please keep in mind that like you're really not influenced by black magic in ways that maybe the ancestors could have been, 3344 as I say that. They're bringing that up here now. And in general, when it comes to energy and understanding energy and like the prophetic timeline, right now we're at a time energetically where black magic does not affect people, you divine beings, the same as maybe it would 1,000 years ago. It just doesn't. Things are shifting energetically with the light and with the dark. Just there's so much shifting energetically in our collective energy. And there is like, you are here embodying that magician, right? Or that sacred magician, the white magician, gray magician, whatever the heck you want to call it, the witch, the bitch. But there's some sort of like high vibration about you when it comes to embodying the magician, right? That you're not affected by things that they were affected by. It's like for some of you, like your ancestors are guiding you with herbs. You're not affected 444 by illness the same. For some of you, you're the sacred magician, and so you're not affected by all those other energies the same as maybe your ancestors at one point were, where like it could affect their lives. There's just some sort of, they want you to know that like whether you know it or not already, that like, yes, you're very powerful. You are that magician. And it's like you grabbing your life and your energy by the balls. Like that's just like the imagery I'm getting with the 5 of Pentacles and the magician. It's like you're able to truly embody the magician and shift things for your highest good and for the highest good of all. And there's just some sort of recognition about that there. Can I have another card for the magician and the 5 of Pentacles? Can I have another card for the magician and the 5 of Pentacles? Yeah. You have the 7 of Wands, which is the protective energy, so this is definitely coming out. You have the King of Wands. The Hierophant in reverse. 5 of Swords and the Devil. Magician and the 5 of Coins to start off. These holds, they cannot hold on anymore. 5 of Swords is like, I see it as like the ego, especially with the Devil and the 5 of Swords. It's just pure ego. All right, it's pure ego. This cannot affect you, cannot affect your ancestral line. You've purged so much of this out, but also just understanding your power is what they're trying to say at this time. This is for those of you who have like the darker energies, or like, you know, the black magic and stuff like that. Like maybe you've feared about it at one point, maybe you know that it's in your ancestral line, like whatever it is for you, which honestly, if you reincarnated as human, there's like, it's in all of your lines. Not to burst any bubbles, but like no matter if you want to look into it or not, at this point, you've reincarnated so many times, it's there. But 5 of Swords with the Devil card, the King of Wands, and the Hierophant in reverse. People cannot have control over you. And I have a message that comes up as soon as I say that. King of Wands with the Hierophant in reverse. I see that as, again, like it's, like that's how it feels. It's, it's, it's a black magician. The reason why I say is because like it doesn't feel good of like where this has come from. It's knowing that this cannot affect you any I want to use the words anymore, but you know, that this doesn't affect you as it did like your ancestors. For those of you who like worry about those kind of things like black magic and this and that, know that like it ends with you. Black magic too, it ends with you. I wish like it just came to mind, it's like I wish a motherfucker would fuck around and find out. All right, it ends with you. You don't have to worry about black magic. You don't have to worry about all those different things. It does feel like this has been in your ancestral line. There's some sort of focus around some sort of male energy here. You have a King of Wands with the Hierophant in reverse. So like someone who, again, could be like a dark black magician. Using like their power like from the ego. It almost feels like the Catholic energy of like, you know, like those Catholic priests that are actually like so fucking dark and like do terrible things. That's just what this feels like, because it feels like more of like two, like it could be the black magician energy, which to me there's no difference whether you're a Catholic priest and doing it or a black magician. It's the same energy. But I'm getting to, it's like this could be someone who was like in some sort of like a priest of some sort. Maybe Catholic doesn't have to be Catholic, but a priest of some sort that was actually like so, let's just like dark and evil, operating just from like the ego solely. Let's get some more. Why do we have the devil with the 5 of swords here? Why is this here? Divine Mother, the truth. Ace of swords. Okay, you're cutting that out. Knight of swords. You're so protected from this. This is like someone, people or someone, you know, that was not living in their truth. And you are the sort of truth to all of this energy, whether that be ancestral, whether that be past life or this lifetime. The ancestors really want you to know that like all this type of energy, you don't have to worry about this lifetime. You are here to transcend and bring the truth to that energy. We're living in an energetic time now where like the truth is what reigns, you know, your authenticity, your truth. And so none of this can prosper. None of this can last. Why do we have the King of Wands, the Sun? Leo energy. You could be dealing with a Leo. They could have been a Leo in their lifetime. Whatever resonates with you. You have 9 of Swords over here. Because we have a King of Wands and the Sun card, which is a Leo. You can also be someone's son. Like this could be a son type of energy. Or like someone, like a child. Why the Hierophant in reverse? 7 of Swords, sneaky. Okay. And then the Moon card. Two of Cups. Okay, so when it comes to all of this, you're clearing this. You have the Moon with the 7 of Swords. There was so much that was done like in the dark over here. But all of that is like coming to the light, okay? All of that's coming to the light. All of that is being transmuted into the light. All right, you're here to use your power for the good. You're here to remember sacred living. You're here to embody your happiest life in abundance. For some of you, you're clearing some heavy things out of the ancestral line. They're guiding you as you're doing it. You're here to embody the light and truth. You're here to embody the light and the truth. Your love, your heart space open and ready to receive and to give is a generational curse breaker, okay? Can I have another card for the Sun card and the Ace of Swords? You're here for something new. 2 of Wands, to look into the new, looking away from all of this old and looking into the new. All right, you're healing generational curses. You're healing generational poverty. You're stepping into your soul purpose and you're looking away from the old. Again, when it came to that 4 of Cups that kept wanting to come out in the beginning, of looking at 3 cups, not seeing that there's a new cup behind you, the ancestors really want you to know today, 9 of Wands, that you're here to embody the new. You are here to embody a higher vibration, and the ways of the old you don't have to worry about anymore. You are here to lead a new paradigm, and they are assisting you with it. Can I have 2 cards of advice for this reading? You have 8 of Swords. You have Justice, okay? So what you don't see is that there's justice coming in. You have the 8 of Swords. You have the 5 of Wands, all right? You're clearing blockages of conflict. Again, we just entered Mars retrograde, which is going to clear a lot of that conflict as well. It's going to feel a little bit like a Mercury retrograde because it is in Gemini. 8 of Swords, 5 of Wands. All right. The advice is to know that you are clearing the conflict. All right. And not allowing it to blind you, to hold you back any longer. And sometimes we want to avoid conflict, but Mars retrograde is also going to teach us to be able to embrace, and I don't want to use the word conflict, right? But to embrace these situations. And I guess I'll say to embrace conflict from the heart space. And to, instead of avoiding it, like, how can we address it? How can we address it in healthy ways? How can we address it in the heart space? How can we clear it energetically? Because that will also be a focus. And then again, justice. So there's justice being brought to ancient conflicts, to these ancient blockages. Can I have one more card for the 8 of Swords and the 5? Yeah. To be open and ready to receive, okay? So as you clear the, look at that, 10 of Pentacles, okay? As you clear these blockages, as you clear conflict within and without of yourself, you're making more room to be open and ready to receive. All right. And like, everyone has their own things to clear. Everyone has their own path. So don't compare your path to anyone beside you, anyone in front of you, but behind you. We all have our own things to clear. It's all a journey. It's all in our own personal timing. There is some sort of focus here of Knight of Coins, like it taking time and work to clear some of this stuff. You know, but remembering that you are so guided on this journey, and your ancestors really want to hear from you. They want to give to you. They really, really do. They really want to give. You're coming into this power, right? And the main overall message here is like, the old no longer exists. Be ready for the new. Be open and ready to the new. Don't look back. Just look forward. What do we have as a closing message? Sacred breath and sound, life force and communication, tenderness, all right? And then below that, you have becoming something new. Sacred breath and sound, life force and communication. And I did mention like sacred living, right? And so just understanding that you're embodying that higher energy. You're embodying the new. I do feel like God is trying to speak to you. The ancestors have been trying to speak to you. You could be aware of it, maybe you're not. Just being open and ready to seeing the different little ways that they do. You have deceit, and then you have healer of the ages over here, Jesus, all right? For some, you are clearing past life blockages of like deceit or betrayal. I think of like the Judas energy a little bit when I see Jesus, healer of the ages, and then deceit over here. Okay. It does feel like in the ancestral line, like 2 ancestors or things in your ancestral line, there has been deceit, because look at the candle over there too. All right. And then look at the money. Releasing control. It feels like your ancestors at some point could have like been controlled, or either the ones doing the controlling, you know, releasing that. You're coming into your Christ self and releasing so much. Again, I get control and ego from the ancestral line because we have a candle, we have money. And so I'm thinking more of like the darker ends of things, of like black magic, of control, obsession and things like that. And you're clearing that out to bring in something new, to bring in the sacred, all right, the sacred feminine, the sacred masculine. And you have the numbers 25, which is 7 here, all right, and then you have the number 7 here, all right. So gaining mastery over all of these lower things, and that's what's coming through for this energy over here, is mastery of the lower. Mastery of the ego and these ways of the ego, like greed and lust and control and obsession. Getting the mastery over those things in your life. And for some people, you're also clearing out past life connections that have reincarnated this lifetime to cause conflict. And it's just clearing that out. Yeah. Can I have 2 more cards for the collective for this ancestral reading? The Phoenix, small steps asking for help. On the bottom of the deck, you have resurrection, surrender to change. Yeah, you're experiencing a phoenix rising right now. You experience that resurrection, that phoenix rising in vibration, and then rising in everything else in your life right now. Fast track to ascension. Things are happening very quickly for you. And it's I even feel like your spiritual journey, you're discovering things quickly. These answers are coming to you so quickly. I feel like the energy of there's a lot of things to decide at once, or you have a lot of things you want to do. Throat chakra, express your truth. You have 777 now, and then luminescence that has the heart space over here. Speak your truth. All right, you're really coming into your truth. Angelic wings, which is like your higher self. You're coming into your truth, not only embodying it because you had the Sun card and the Ace of Swords. You're embodying your truth, but also speaking it for some of you. There's a clearing of the persecution wounds, clearing of the witch wound, and being able to speak your truth, to embody your truth, to be your truth. And that brings your ultimate fulfillment and happiness. Being in your authentic truth. That's what brings all of this in for you. And your guides are helping you to embody your authentic truth. All right, you've cleared out so much from your line. I do feel like you're clearing out connections that are from past lifetimes, and clearing out the conflicts so that until there's nothing left but you, until there's nothing left but your truth, which is really going to activate, and you're really going to see a lot of that kind of more like dismantle and unpeel the layers, shedding the old skin in Scorpio season. You're going to continue to see the results from that, and having so much room to be open and able and ready to receive. But I have another card over here. Yes, 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 yes. Just say yes, yes, yes. Triple Goddess, Soul Family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Call in your ancestors. Call in your soul tribe. And the answer is yes over here. Okay, so I see you with people living your life, collective. Like your dream life. That life that the ancestors were all working towards, or didn't even know they were working towards. They have so much wisdom for you. And they're really supporting you to step into your highest timeline, to just embody your authentic highest truth, whatever that is. That's what I have for you, collective. I hope that this resonates. I am sending you all so much love. Happy Halloween, happy Samhain, and I hope that you have a beautiful day.